Boy, is that annoying or what? Shazam, everyone. Ooh,
Hello there.
good evening, sir.
How's it going?
Good, good. Actually, that's a lie. Today was a shitty day.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, it's okay. I
At
had,
least you can open up some Lego to relieve the badness, I guess.
yeah, too bad such crappy Lego. I'm sorry. You know, I can't lie. That's number one. I'll never lie to anyone. And you see, my nose not growing. It's already big enough. But never a fan of the advent calendars. Just it was always something to buy because they were discounted, or
hmm
found deals, or like even this year, my mom found a deal. She's looking out for me.
Yep.
Do you want this set at Costco or Canadian Superstore or wherever it was? Yeah, why not?
Right.
It's good for a story on a new bricks, and I'll tell you the
hmm
truth, I never thought I would be opening these ever on stream because I've always been disappointed. I mean, they come in boxes thinner than cereal boxes. You only get a quarter of what you really want in these things.
hmm
I know I'm all sour grapes today.
What's your favorite and least favorite item from each advent so far?
So far, mostly because I like stormtroopers. The fact that I got a stormtrooper early in what
hmm
was that? I guess it's the most current one. Yeah, the current 2021.
Okay.
And it's always going to be figures over the builds, even though some of the builds have been okay, like the little sand speeders, land
hmm
speeders. They've been okay. I mean, I've always had a fondness for the land speeders. It was one of the first Kenner toys my dad bought me for my Star Wars figures. And it was, the original brown one from Star Wars. You could put two figures inside, and they had pegs in the back seats, so you could put two more figures on the back of the sand speeder.
Right.
And so you would put Luke and Obi-Wan, because there wasn't a lot of figures in that first wave. You put Luke and Obi-Wan in the cockpit with a big domed windscreen. You
hmm
would lay down R2D2 because that was the only way he would peg in, and then C3PO if you had it. Big fond memory I had back in, wow,
Okay.
probably 79 or 80 or 81. I mean, yeah, I'm dating myself here, but
It's
yeah.
all
Hey,
good. It's all good.
that's the thing. My dad was a big kid, and he lived through us kids, and like he bought us whatever he could get his hands on, whether it was the action figures or later the video games.
hmm
I guess I was fortunate that way. He killed himself too to get us that stuff. He worked two jobs most of the time. I didn't see him much except for the summers when I could go in the truck and go with him.
hmm
But yeah, enough about me and my day. How's your day been?
It's been all right. I went running across where I live just to get a bunch of items, and I only need two of the four items I need. I'm thinking I'm gonna go return the other two.
Oh, buyer's regret,
Yeah,
buyer's
because I looked on
remorse.
Bricklink because I bought them for resale purposes, and I look on Bricklink when I got home, and I was like, "Yeah, this is a bad idea."
Okay, so why do you think it's a bad idea?
Well, it costs $13, and it's worth only like $6 on Bricklink.
Today,
Yeah,
you're not willing to sit on it?
I don't think it'll do well because the Chinese New
Excuse
Year
me.
sets don't seem to go up in value.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
And
the ox.
okay. Um,
I saw promo and let the old habits die hard.
yeah. I don't know if I could advise either way on that because when it came to anything related to Chinese New Year or the Asian sets, the
hmm
first two I made major money on.
Right.
The big sets, though, not little
No,
promos
yeah,
with your
yeah. I
viewers.
realized that when I got home. All I saw was like, hey, didn't this come out in February? Maybe I could flip this. I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I wasn't able to look up Bricklink, and
Oh,
I
okay,
was like, okay, let's just try and see what happens. I mean, like the good thing in this scenario is that I can return it, you know.
sure.
So
You wouldn't want to build it and get your value that way, like say closer to Chinese New Year.
if I really wanted it, I would have chased it in February.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So, but yeah,
I've been fortunate.
able
I
to.
haven't bought. I'm sorry,
Sorry.
I cut you off there. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that like the main reason why I went there is because I was going to pick up an old Knights Kingdom set in the area,
Oh,
sealed for dirt cheap, and then also I had a coupon because I'm part of their perks rewards program, and they got the thing where like at Mastermind, sorry, where if like every month and the date of birthday you set in, you can choose from one of 4 different poly bags. They're out of the poly bags, but they're like, yeah, we can give you a CMF instead. So I'm like, okay, well, you don't have the one I needed, so that I could keep for myself. I'll just pick up CMF. I think is actually worth something.
sure. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I sorry it didn't work out the way you wanted it to.
yeah.
See, I look
Anyway,
at I look at investing a little bit different sometimes. Sometimes I look at, yeah, what's the big stupid thing I could invest in right away? And I think some of you guys saw it,
hmm
and it worked in my favor.
oh yeah,
It worked really well in my favor. Oh, hello,
what was it?
Ken.
Hey,
Lord of the Figs in the house. So yeah. Without going into too many details, for what I was pushing on those promos,
hmm
I made over 2,200.
Whew,
Okay,
nice,
and I didn't have to go through my wife's eBay to do it, which was nice. And they were all local, which was nice. I
sweet.
was willing to ship, which I normally never do.
hmm
But of course, I was going to say tracking and insurance because I'm not covering any of this stuff once it leaves in my hands. I don't like to ship. I'm not a shipper.
hmm
I've just not had good experiences with it. God bless everyone in the world who ships because that's how I get my stuff. But I'm not a big shipper guy. It's one of the few rare times. But I had to hit while the fire's hot.
Yep.
The there's nothing terribly unique to any lightsaber that I was selling, and you could build them if you want to for really cheap. You're buying those from me because you want the box. Oh my goodness! Good evening, Cliff.
hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. We
Hello
were just
there.
talking about investments, good and bad. T-Mog bought something he thought would be a good instant flip or something, and just not yet. It's not a good flip yet. He's
What did he
thinking
buy?
he bought. You tell him,
It
Jacob.
was like I went in my local Mastermind Toys and I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
browsing around and I saw they had a handful of the Year of the Ox promo for sale.
Right.
And I thought because I didn't have any Wi-Fi to look up if they're actually worth anything, I would just buy them and hope for the best. I get home and they are worth less than what I paid retail wise. So I'm thinking I might return them because of that because I've looked Year of the whatever promo doesn't seem to go up in value
No.
at all. So
Mm,
And I wouldn't have known that one way or the other without having access to Bricklink. I would have been in the same boat. If I saw it, I probably would have thought, hey, this might be good.
mhm.
I don't move towards those little things unless I know it's a real gift with purchase. I might not have known one way or the other. You knew more about it than I did.
Yeah,
But yeah, hey, think about it. You never know.
I might return one. I might return both. We'll see. So
I mean, and Bricklink isn't the holy grail that everyone thinks it is. Yes, it is the
mhm.
standard. But it's not the only standard. See, what I did in the last 2 days, I totally ignored Bricklink, and it's like, no way am I going to look at those prices and even think of that. I look at the eBay people, and I looked at the what was sold and what was completed, and I saw, ooh, the one of those sabers was moving up 250, 245. It's like, you know what? And it's probably not going to stay there. So it's like, I'm going to do everything while it's hot, because in a month, I bet you they drop. So, and I gambled a lot that the one lightsaber, because it was attached to the AT-ATs, it was the only way to get them, right? Anytime you get an exclusive one like that, that's when I jump. And that's why I bought 2 extra AT-ATs, and then I acquired the lightsabers through friends. I made a profit on those. He sold them to me at one price, and I flipped them higher. But everyone's happy. Everyone made money on the deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice chunk of change.
Well, the only investment that I really did was the Christmas X-wing from 2 years ago.
The employee present, which is awesome. If I could get one more, I will build it.
There it
But
is. There.
I'm not giving it up right now.
I would love to get my hands on this year's employee
I've had
gift.
so many offers. Oh, what's this year's employee gift? I didn't even pay
It's a
attention.
Ninjago Christmas set.
Ooh,
It's like the holy grail for a Ninjago fan like myself.
So what? Okay, and is it already selling?
Yes.
Okay, so what's it selling for so far?
Highest end of Bricklink is what I refer to is $336 from the Czech Republic. Cheapest is 300. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at current listings. What am I saying? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here we go. Last 6 months of sales, $316 Canadian. Max price of $339. And the thing is, I am seeing people list items for pre-order, which I am suspicious if they're even allowed to do.
Here's the thing. A lot of the Lego employees, it takes up to 3 weeks for them to get their gifts from upstream. Yep. So, I'll tell you my experience buying the employee gifts. I've never been burned, and I've never been burned buying a pre-order. That doesn't mean you won't. I did buy my Christmas X-Wing through a pre-order, and I come out, roses on that one. That one was $245, I think.
Okay.
And you can look it up. Ken can tell you what it's worth. It's
up around $900 to $1,200, somewhere around there for Canada.
and I did feel like this sucks spending so much, but I know the employee gift is generally a very good investment if you're just buying it for investment.
Well, also,
it's a collector.
It's a 20th anniversary edition as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous looking, and it's the figure collectors, I think, that really drove it, because anyone who's a completist has to have the figures.
Well, there's that, but also it's got some cool features. Like, I've seen it built, and Yoda's hut is actually the stand for the X-wing to do a flyby over.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
So, yeah. I mean, it's got a ton of displayability to it.
But I'll tell you, one of my favorite gifts was the Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it popped as much as that X-Wing did, but it sucks, because if you're a builder, these are not smart things to buy, because you never want to open them.
Yeah.
And then when you consider what's actually in the box, it's like, unless you got a really, really, really good deal early on, it's not smart unless you're going to be a flipper and an investor.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people just stay away from them.
I paid $350 for mine. So
which is fair. I mean, look,
well,
I had opportunities to buy a bunch at $450. I was able to buy, or was able to buy. I didn't do it. 4 of them at $450 each. And at the time, it's like, and I was able to barter to knock that down and do a trade even to work that down a bit. And it's like, it's a lot. It really is a lot.
So do you want to see the live version of my mock instead of just a still picture?
Sure. I'll put you a big screen for a sec. Hang on a second. Let's see which one. This one. Yeah. This is your train. That's the one car.
And then I did all gold and everything, and there's like gold studs, and I picked out every pearl gold piece that I had in the bin. And then this was a cool one. I really liked how this one came through.
Oh, this is nice.
He's got there we go. the family.
Yeah, this is what I don't want my wife to see, and I'm glad she's at Scouts tonight. That's why I got it nice and quiet. Tuscan, you haven't missed anything, buddy. I haven't opened them yet.
And then it was just I picked up the bin of trans clear parts that I had.
Yep.
And I went, let's just see what we can build. And I went, oh, those look like ice. I'm gonna just fish all those out, and yeah.
Oh, very, very cool.
So it turned out pretty good.
Let me see now. Okay, I'm gonna move.
I got my old way of doing things.
Sorry, what was that, Cliff?
I'm back to my old way for right now. I'm on my phone.
What happened? Why?
I'm not at home.
Oh, you're not at home. Oh, brother, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate that.
Well, I figured I'd come on for a minute and say hello. I got running. I got my live stream coming up in an hour from a little bit. So
yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Thought I'd come by, so you wouldn't think I was ignoring you or anything.
Oh, brother, no, man. You're a busy man. Like the other night. Well, I mean, like you were out with dinner with the wifey. I would not pass up dinner with wifey for my streams.
There's no expression if you pays.
Not going to happen. Actually, anytime I could spend with my wife these days, I will take up because she is a workaholic right now.
Right.
God bless her. Yeah, her boss actually left the organization. If you can imagine, like, oh my goodness. So she's definitely having a rough time of it, just transition, right? It's always, she's in new territory right now. Let's see what this one gives us here. So this is from the 2018. Oh, it's a battle droid. Awesome. The cheapest. I think Battle Droid was like the first minifigure too, wasn't it? SW0001?
1 Bravo.
1B? Okay.
Yeah. And then they had 1
C, because I know I put that
D.
in one of my inventories lately.
Because C had 1 straight arm, B had two curved arms.
Okay.
And then D was the commander or something. I can't remember.
With the painted head or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I was, and you know what? These are the worst figures to get in a bulk lot too, because they're always horribly loose.
Yeah.
At the hip joint, it'll never stand for you.
The figure itself is worth $1, right? You can sell them. You can get them on Bricklink for $1.
Wow.
But if you want to go and get yourself a head for ones that are missing, it's going to run you probably about 75 cents plus shipping for a head. Yeah, I know. Like, what? I have 4 robots that are missing heads, but I don't. I'm like, I just can't bring myself to like order a bunch of them because they're just. It's not worth it. I'm not going to recoup my money.
No.
So I just kind of save them, and if I come across one that's missing a part or the torso's chewed on it or whatever, yeah. Oh, my Wally story. You want to hear?
Sure.
Okay, so I got Wally sitting on the shelf. He was in box, and I ended up buying a used one from a guy. Yeah, he's so basic, but he's so classic, right?
Yeah.
So
I used to customize these guys.
Yeah, that's the straight arm. So he's a C version, I think, because he's got the straight arm. 1
of each. Yep.
Yeah. So going back to Wally, I ended up buying a used one from a guy, and the guy had put the power functions in it, so Wally will move with remote control.
Ooh.
So he's kind of neat. I picked him up the other day, and he basically fell apart in my hands. I'm like, so okay, time to rebuild Wally. So I take him out and I put him on the kitchen table, and I start going through him, trying to figure out how this guy did this thing. And it doesn't look like he really followed any plan.
Okay.
He just kind of made it work. The motors weren't mounted very securely. He had them taped together and all that. I'm like, I got to find a better way to do this.
That sounds like my mocks.
So I pulled the motors out, and I said, let's just go back to basics and put Wally together like he's supposed to. And then I'll go and I'll incorporate the power functions. it's missing probably 28 different parts off of Wally. I'm like,
Really?
what the? Yeah, I'm like, he must have taken them out to fit all the parts in,
Hmm.
and never included the parts in the box when I bought the set from him. So then I had to go to break. Well, I went through all my stuff and I fished out what I could out of my spare stuff, but I was still short like 23 different pieces. And I'm like, brutal. So now I've
And
had
he
to
said it was
order all the.
complete. And he said it was complete.
Yeah, because it looked like it looked complete, but it wasn't complete. So now I'm sitting here waiting for the mail to come in so I can rebuild Wally. I just basically sorted it into all the color pieces so I could determine how many of each thing I needed and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, from what you showed me before, I couldn't tell if something was missing, and I've built.
no, you couldn't. But now he's sitting in a box in 5 different Ziploc bags. So when I get the parts, I'll rebuild them. And then there's a better video that I found of there's a lady, she's going through it with her 2 sons, and they're talking about how to build Wally on a YouTube video. So how to incorporate these power functions. So I think I'm going to do that because I like the way that they did the motors. The motors actually have the axle and a black Technic pin on the top idler wheel gear, not on the back one like the other one had. So I like their version a little bit better.
Hey, Will, how you doing? Mr. Will Hoppa. All right, this is the 2020 calendar.
I keep forgetting to do my Marvel calendar.
You know what?
I did day 1 and day 2, and I don't think I've done the rest
You know
yet.
what's funny? I bet you I just took the wrong one. How much you want to make bet I opened the wrong one?
Oh no.
Nope. Okay.
Phew.
I ain't a big deal. I've been half tempted to open them all anyway. Yeah, 8. All right. That's okay. You almost opened the wrong live stream. I thought, I'm smart. I'm going to set up all this week, at least until Thursday. And then every day when I want to go live, it's like, oh, God, I got to be careful which one to click on. All right. Number 8. And I'm still been tempted to go to storage to pull the other calendars out. But then it's like, well, what am I going to do? I'm now 8 days in. It's like, nah, screw it. It'll give me something to do next year. Because I have 4 in storage, so different years.
Right.
And then if I get next year's, I can do 5. So I could have a stream with 5 Star Wars calendars.
So you could do, yeah.
So it's I mean, I shouldn't stress over it. All right. Oh, an X-Wing. All right. At least it's going to be a cool build. I can get into that. I got friends who've got like little micro armies of stuff. They love to build these little ones, and then they'll just run nuts through their bulk parts. And how many can they bang out? Even if they're just sitting watching TV, and that just because, it's 15, 20 parts, and like, what can they get away with here? By the end of a TV show or a movie, they're through it. I should do that later. Just pull out a bunch of these and sit down and watch Yellowstone. By the way, great show. If you haven't watched it, you got to watch it.
Made by the same producers and everything, and network that does that other show that I was talking about before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Yellowstone is the same producer and everything, and the same people that did Mayor Kingstown.
Yeah, nice. It's a good show. I tell you, the season finale for season 3 leading into the season premiere for season 4. Wow.
Yeah. The wife and I,
it was brutal.
The wife and I just finished Lost in Space.
Oh.
Yesterday.
Oh. On Netflix. Season 3.
Yeah.
Final season. Okay, don't tell me.
It was good.
I'm really into that, and
so, and then we haven't watched Hawkeye yet today, but we'll do that.
I still haven't watched any of it. I feel
dude, it is so good.
Is it
I've
really?
been
Oh, yeah.
enjoying it.
It's really good. I
Well,
like it.
because it's something the Marvel stuff. Me, my wife, and daughter watch together, and we just haven't found that time yet. And
Did
it's
you
like,
do
oh,
WandaVision?
yeah, we love that show.
But everything is all connected. The way that they're doing it's all connected.
I'm glad because that's one of the things I used to like about the Marvel comic books. You know,
I was
in
watching
the late
Shang.
70s, early 80s, everything I watched, and even late 80s into the 90s,
Yeah.
the interconnectivity between books and just ideas and events, like that's what made it worth buying and crossing over into everything.
We were watching Shang-Chi, and when he goes to China to the fighting rooms,
Yep.
and it shows the one fight of the great big monster against that other guy, and I went, "It's Wong! That's Wong!"
It's Wong.
Right?
Yeah.
And my wife's
Yep.
like, "Who?" I said, "The Chinese guy from Doctor Strange."
Yeah.
She went, "Oh." I'm like, "You can't have an Asian superhero movie without having Wong in it. Come on."
Yeah. I mean, my wife and daughter, they don't get the appeal of this stuff, but they do like the shows.
Yeah.
But that was a thing. It was always, you'd read a Marvel comic book, and I bet you every 6 pages there'd be one little line from the editor that would say, blah, 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 that appeared in some other comic. And
Yeah.
guess what I had to do? I had to go find that comic the next week at the comic shop if I didn't already own it.
Yeah.
And I love that. It was cool. And I don't know if they really thought of it as a way of selling the other books, but it was a way of tying the stories together. Like, where did this event come from? Like, why is this character important? Oh, well, if you bought this other book, if you were in the Avengers and then you see this reference, oh, go buy Fantastic Four. It's like, well, now you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
And back then it was pretty easy. You could affordably buy your missing book usually, and it wasn't a big deal. Not like now. I mean, the comic book thing all popped, but still, if you wanted to go fill in a hole in the story, it costs you a fortune now.
Yeah.
Just go do it digitally or through other means. This is not bad. I don't really get into the micro builds on any of these, but this one's not too bad. Again, it's all about the target, right? Who's this marketed to? There's not one Star Wars Lego guy I would buy an advent calendar for.
No?
But
No?
no. But
What about the Mandalorian? Or Grogu? I would buy it specifically for Grogu if I really wanted him.
no, but I'm thinking like a friend collector or something. Like I would not be buying this stuff for them. No.
Right.
Now, a nephew, for sure. I got to come up with some more Christmas gifts. Yeah, why not? A little stocking stuffer. This is neat. This is not a bad little build. All right.
What's that? The X-wing?
Yeah.
I want to try and do a bunch of little X-wings and TIE fighters and that kind of thing, so that I can use them as like additions for my chess set. So I want to put like the.
I would love an awesome Star Wars chess set. Lego.
You just have to put it together.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got 2 X-wing pilots and 2 TIE fighter pilots, right? So I'd like to have them kind of sitting on top or beside or behind or under or something like that. So if you took that TIE fighter and you kind of put it up on a clear stand above, like I've had pictures of it before. There's some on, I don't know if it was Instagram or somewhere that I saw that I was doing a search for them that I came across them. But I'm looking for something here and I can't seem to find where I put it over there.
Hey, Thomas Davey, how you doing?
I got a figure here that I just realized has a cracked arm. So I'm looking for a new arm for him.
Where, at the wrist point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
those are never good.
I don't know if you guys will be able to ever see that. Right there.
Let me see. We'll go big.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah.
It's a little grainy, but anyway.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out. I found this guy, and I was trying to figure out if he was a reissue or if he was the Lego Movie version of the figure, or what he was. Because if he's the Lego Movie version, then his name is Kenny.
Yep.
Right.
That was correct.
Well, if you look inside the torso,
yeah, it said something about bigger ribs or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to look at one of your vintage figures to do a proper comparison to make sure.
Yeah. But there's also, like...
I couldn't spot him just by looking. I'd have to compare it to something I know I've got that's vintage that I trust. And that's the one thing that sucks. Like, I love seeing this stuff come back around, but I know if you're trying to have vintage pieces with vintage pieces, it makes it very hard when stuff's reissued.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys hear about the vintage classic Spaceman plushies in Target?
Well, there's 4 of them, right? And
yeah.
I'd kill for one of them, ideally the blue one, but I'm
gone
hoping
as
we
soon
get
as
a
they-
Canada release of it, because a lot of the time, a Target exclusive doesn't remain a Target exclusive. But
that's a good point.
Okay, so here's what I've got. This is...
Here, let's make it
That's
big.
one. Okay,
Yep.
so this is just a figure that I got kicking around, right? He's from the studio lines,
Okay.
I think. This is the one that I've got. That's the other one. So the ribs aren't quite as big. So I think he's the older one.
Yeah, but you don't have another classic space to compare it to, eh? Just because there's been a few variations on the ribs over the years.
I got a fake one. Ah,
Well, that's no good.
I do. Actually, he's got it. Actually, he's not. No. Look check this out. This is really weird. Okay, so right here, I don't know if you guys can see that Lego. Ooh, I keep going the wrong way.
The
There.
imprint? Okay.
You see the imprint?
Yeah.
Now look at this.
Whoa.
Nothing. Like, that's got to be really old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then even in there, it says there's Lego in between the 2 legs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
I see a grainy print. I couldn't tell you if that's Lego or not at
It says
720p, but
yeah, it says Lego in it. So, but I'm sitting there going, wow, that is. But then when I look at the color is like a deep yellow. Like when you compare the color to the backpack, it's like way different.
Well, the backpacks are routinely a little off one way or the other. The plastic is different. It's not ABS, right? It's something else.
Right. But when you look at, if you look at these two, let's see. I don't have a helmet for them, though. That's the only thing.
Another figure. Awesome. That put a smile on my
Even
face.
the legs are still a little off. I don't know if it's colored by age. The one without the helmet's the old one.
Yeah.
And the symbols are different too. Like if you look really, really close, he's white with a little silver on the planet.
Yep.
And this other one is just all gold.
Shifting print. Pad printing process can be imprecise at times.
Yeah, I think that's the old logo though.
Look at that. Tuscan. There we go. I'm building you, buddy. Cool. This you actually when going back to the the Kenner action figures. The Sand People one was one of my
Yeah, yeah.
favorites, but it's also one of the hardest ones because that was one of the ones that had the vinyl cape.
Right.
And of course, almost anyone who had the vinyl capes, they all ended up torn at the armholes. So if you can find a good Kenner figure, ooh, it's a nice hard head, the mold on. Good. It's not rubber, like a Yoda head or something.
Weren't they originally rubber, or were they always hard?
I don't know. But it's just like some over the years, like there's been some Star Wars ones that are rubberized, and you got some Yoda ones that are rubberized. So I don't like any of them rubberized because they don't hold the paint well.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I used to carry my Yoda figure because, like, I used to carry figures as fidget figs, and that was the one I learned real quick that
you rubbed it right
leave
off
it
with
in the
your
set.
thumbs so fast.
Oh, I saw one little patch starting to fade. I'm like, yeah, you're just gonna stay inside your little spaceship from now on. This is your home now.
That's a nice looking figure. It's a shame Lego does not pad print on all sides of their Lego, though.
Yeah.
Because some of the newest Chinese, well, I should say newest, they've been doing it for about 5 years. Half the companies do it very well on all sides, even the back, even on rounded parts. Lego, can leave us a lot to be desired sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even mean cockeyed prints. Oh, nice. Yeah,
But
you were
you can
working on that ship. And
Yeah, it's almost done. I'm missing 2 decals. But you can see where he's wearing it off on his head, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
see, for me, that's what I call an opportunity for customizing. Because I love trying to fix them up. I'm gonna bring them out one time. I got a whole bin of ones that I've just worked on. Some I've tweaked to make better.
right.
Nothing I would ever sell, but it's like I get a lot of joy out of trying to fix them. Which is why I don't mind trying to paint the Batman figure.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I was saying make better. What do you mean? I thought they were the best.
So this one's done except for these 2 pieces back here. They're missing the stickers.
Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out. Well, Mike up in Belleville has a couple of parts with stickers on them for me, and I got a crap ton of stuff sitting here. Oh, I picked this up for Mike. It was a bulk lot, and it had Terminator from Mega Bloks.
Oh wow, Kubros Terminator, nice.
And then in this bulk lot that he made the arrangement, I went and picked it up, is the Molten Man from it's not even 100%, but it's the Molten Man from the Spider-Man movie.
Sure.
Far From Home.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. It's Mega Bloks.
Well, it's a turtle, right?
I don't know what it is.
Put it back on the big screen for a sec. Let's see. Hold it back up, Ken.
It's missing a leg.
Oh, it's no, it's. You sure it's Mega?
Oh yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not. I thought it said Mega on it. Looking for a stud. I just dropped something on it. Hang on a second. It's not necessarily Mega Bloks, but
because it could be Creon. Creo. Because it almost looks like it's a Transformer.
Yeah, almost.
See that?
But I'm not 100% sure on that. So, I don't even think he would do anything with it if it's not all there. Oh yeah, here we go. No, it's Mega Bloks.
Really?
Yeah, right here. Oh, where'd it go?
Here, I want to see this.
Oh
yeah.
There you go. Should be able to see that on those studs.
It could be Actually, it might even be a Halo set
Could be.
because they had some armored walker types sets. I never bought any of them. No interest in them at the time,
Right.
and I refuse to go back after them now because you
Yeah,
can't find them sealed and then used as a pain to fix. Well, it's impossible to fix mega used.
Yeah. So, and then he's got some figure here from McFarlane. Little Five Nights at Freddy's, the Fox.
Funtime Foxy.
Jacob loves that stuff.
And then as I'm going through this, I went, what the heck? And I started pulling these out.
I
And
think San Diego Comic-Con had a Five Nights at Freddy's exclusive. I just don't know what.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something I don't know about.
so I started pulling these out, and there was Jurassic Park dinosaur missing a head, broken arm. I'm like, okay. And another one, right? Like, oh, yeah. And then a third one. And then I pull this one out, and I'm like, what the heck? I've never seen that before. And then I went, oh, it's not Lego.
Lego.
It's there was a company out of China that did these dinosaurs, but they were sold through the dollar store. You can get 4 of them for $1 or something, or $2.
I bet you they were Montoy.
Yeah, probably. So anyway, he bought this whole big set because it's got the Doctor Strange Sanctum Sanctorium in it.
Yeah.
With what's his name?
I don't know, but I like the big figs. I always did.
He is. It'll come to me.
I don't like the way Lego makes them, though. That's what pisses me off. The arms. Why can't they give us solid arms on a big fig? It just makes it look cheap.
Yeah.
I want posable legs and arms with big figs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can do an arm that does this, why can't they do an arm that does this?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I've got some non-Lego figures. Some of them are just amazing. I don't even mean the Call of Duty figures from Omega. I don't even mean those. Those are nice, but to me, they're just mini G.I. Joes. But I've seen people take the Lego minifig design and modernize it with full rotation in the shoulder, ball joint for the wrist, bobblehead sort of ball joint for the head, with a peg that goes down to the legs so the waist can twist.
Right.
And a more smooth out design. That was intentional just to get away from Lego's patents at the time. But there's definitely opportunities here.
He's got some figs in here. Better. Mysterio. He's got the makings of a Captain Marvel. I picked up this bulk lot for him when I was down at the school. Oh, MODOK.
Oh, nice. I gave up on that show. I didn't finish watching it.
Yeah.
I liked the first 3 episodes.
Ninjago.
It dropped
Zane.
off.
Zane.
2012.
I don't think that's.
You know that
I don't think that's the correct shoulder armor for him, though.
Nope, it's supposed to be gold.
Yeah. What else is in here? I'm just going through Mike's stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Jacob,
see the top of the Sanctum Sanctorium. What's that?
Jacob, do you have all the gold figures now for Ninjago?
My dad technically has a hold of the last one I need, as he claims it's for an investment, but you know.
But he's old and time is moving quickly. No. So someday it'll be yours.
Yeah. I said, yeah, I made it a big point when I.
Hey,
when
Dad, would you like this drink?
Exactly. So, hoping 2 weeks from now it won't be an investment.
I thought that was going somewhere dark. Hopefully, in 2 weeks from now.
No.
No, we wish him long health.
Yes.
Good life.
Right.
Yeah, don't make me delete this stream. I don't want this to be evidence used against you someday. Oh my goodness.
Is that a Scooby-Doo for the...
Nope, Batman movie.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It was Scarecrow's little copter.
Right.
Oh, right. I really wish I had jumped on the Scooby-Doo stuff.
I saw one when I went to
I
Edmonton.
regret it so much. And I grew up on Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
So there's a real nostalgic pull. But when that had come out, I was only looking at Star Wars and nothing but.
Mhm.
Not a single other Lego set even interested me at the time. So I totally ignored it.
This must be a city set. Some city fire truck or something. And the reason why I say that is because when you turn the knob that's on this side, it catches fire.
Oh, little gimmick. That's cool.
I'm like, what? Okay.
And was that a sticker with Roxxon on it? That don't seem right.
Yeah.
76067.
Really?
Nice.
It's a Marvel set.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense.
It's the one with Hawkeye. It's Civil War. It's one that we first got Vision in, I think.
Oh,
One of the
okay.
two.
Yeah. Oh, is that the airport battle?
No, the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. Lego Roxxon. That's how I got that.
Yeah, no, because I was looking at Roxxon, like, well, that wouldn't be City.
Ebony Maw.
Oh, cool.
Here I am
Welcome to
digging
part
through somebody
sorting
else's
with
ball-
Kenny.
Somebody else's.
I
ball.
guarantee you I would get more views. But I watched one stream coming from somewhere in the UK with a whole bunch of people I didn't recognize. And actually, it wasn't the UK. Sorry, it was the Netherlands. So I couldn't understand half of what they were saying. But everyone was just pulling up stuff, and you could see people throwing audibles out there. It's like, oh, this is awesome. Everyone was identifying stuff. It's like, that's kind of cool. And what they were doing was anyone who had stuff, they would invite them in, come on stream, and pull up 5 or 10 things you need identified, and hopefully the panel would get it. And like, that's kind of cool. That's crowdsourcing at its best.
Yeah. Well, there's still one small part. It's like it's a minifigure bag, and it says FE on it. And
Okay.
I can't figure out, I can't see well enough into it to see if it's Lego or not, or if it's Mega Bloks, or what it is. And it drives me nuts every time I come past it. I've got one in brown and I've got one in green.
Not a clue.
No. So that's about all the good stuff. Oh, here. He's got a Batman in there as well.
Well, let me.
Just
I
for
wanna see it.
standard.
I like Batman. Put Batman up.
That's probably the Batman from that Scarecrow copter.
Okay.
And then,
Yep, that's from the Molten Man.
yeah, but it's not Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man, but it's not Spider-Man. It's Night Monkey.
Night
Isn't that what they
Monkey?
called him in the movie? Night Monkey?
I
Yep.
don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I recently rewatched that, so yeah, that was his alias for that.
Yeah.
He was undercover.
Yeah.
I think tonight I'm supposed to rewatch that Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Just because, well, I fell asleep through half of it.
Oh.
It
It's a
did
good
nothing
movie.
for me.
It's better than Eternals.
Well, from what and I can't comment on that because I still haven't watched that, but everyone seems to be taking a dump on Eternals.
Well, I didn't think Eternals was that bad. So, but that's just my opinion. And I'm just one guy. So, it is what it is.
I'm waiting for the sets to go on clearance.
I might buy another dragon.
The
just so I can
figures are
have
really
2 of
cool,
them.
though.
And then I'll probably sell the figures because I got no interest in keeping the figures.
Yeah.
I just want the dragon. But I
What
think
kind
if
of
I have
dragon?
2 of them, the white one from the oh, I just took pictures of it too. I've already put it away though. This is why I do this. Battle at the Ancient Village, 76177.
Yeah. The water dragon.
The water dragon.
Yeah.
And I figure if I take 2 of them, I can make them longer and better looking.
Yep. I
Don't
can
know
see
about the
that.
head, but
Where was
it's pretty cool.
Let's see if I can find
Yep.
that
Yep.
part.
This was the smartest thing I ever did, was doing, you'll see it a little bit blurred, but so every new set is in Google Photos as an
Oh, yeah.
album, right? And then all their
Mhm.
photos are inside. And then I'll have, information on the set and then all the other photos. And it's just there because, well, every app I use over the years seems to go bye-bye, and I have no fear of Google Photos really going anywhere.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
not
you have
that
to
great
pay
of a
after a while,
searchable
though.
database, though. You can't search for half of it. I'm not sure if it cut off is 20 characters in, but if you put the info too far down the line, it's not terribly searchable. But now, with Apple Photos, it's recognizing text in the, like, say, the box art or anywhere else.
Oh, really?
So now if I search in Apple against my photos, find it there, even if I've deleted some, I can go back to the Google and just look at the date and I'll find it anyway. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Somehow we managed 51 minutes on the 3 little builds here.
It's not bad. It's a good
I'm the
little
only guy
chapter.
who can get 50 minutes out of this stuff. People put these up as shorts, 45 seconds max.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like chatting with everyone. This is cool.
It'll also
yeah.
help your viewership, though.
Yeah, well, hopefully. So tomorrow, I got day 9, same time, 7 p.m. I don't know how I'm scheduling the rest, but yeah, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll do day 9. And I'm going to decide, I'm going to sit on my ass for 20 minutes and decide if I'm going to build something tonight and come back with a new live stream.
Okay.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate that. Here, I'm going to highlight that. I don't toot my horn too much, but yeah, hit that like button.
And subscribe.
And subscribe if you haven't.
Make sure you get people to check the bell too.
That way you're
Yeah,
notified for future
not that it
live
matters,
streams.
because I've got the bell checked for so many people. I still get less than a quarter of all the notifications. It's horrible. It's so broken.
Yeah, well, better to get a quarter of the notifications than none of the notifications.
Yeah. All right, Will, Kevin, Mr. Blue, Thomas Davey. Thanks for hanging around. Ken, Cliff, I know Cliff took off for dinner. Jacob, thanks for hanging with me.
No problem. Thanks for
Catch
having
you
me.
guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Peace. And